anticipated once the fixture was announced. There is still movement in the crowd, plenty of people yet to take their seats. The roads outside very, very busy, particularly around this time of day. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot-stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Okay, interesting. Gets things running. João Virginia calmly anticipates. Ashley Young. Oh, he's in! Now the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Shaw. Lindelof. Reguilon. Now it's Martinez. Some good work on the right flank here. That was a brilliant interception. Shaw. And it's Evans. Nikolenko. Goes forward. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Proves too strong. Nikolenko. It's an exciting looking ball, that. Coleman. He's gone for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Lindelof. To Martinez. Moved on forwards. Lindelof. To Martinez. Lindelof. To Martinez. Johnny Evans. Stood up well to him there. Manchester United have a free kick. That's very neat. Nikolenko. Reguilon. He's had it taken off him. Ashley Young. Nikolenko. Spread out to the left. Great skill, that's nice. Branthwaite sends it forward. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Lindelof. Gently done. And Johnny Evans. And it's played forward. Pinches it off him. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Lindelof. Good spot, he's seen the run. Lindelof cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Johnny Evans. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Varane. Maguire. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Reguilon. Lindelof. Deftly done. Tries to get it clear. To Johnny Evans. And it's Varane. And Johnny Evans. Coleman. Lindelof. And it's Shaw. Steaming on goalwards. João Virginia with a fine tackle. Well, the counter could be on here. Well, that's well spotted. Johnny Evans. Shaw. Maguire. Malacia. And it's Evans. To Johnny Evans. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Great defending, strong and determined. Patterson. Nikolenko. Johnny Evans. Lindelof. And it's Shaw. Branthwaite. Nikolenko. Forwards and with intent. Coleman, now he's off and running. He's found a way through. Johnny Evans. Shaw. Reguilon. For Shaw.
For at least one set of medical team.
Yeah, he don't seem happy, he's shaking his head. Normally the telltale sign whether he's okay is they do that flicky thing with their fingers, Sam, and that normally suggests that they're okay, you know.
It's amazing that on radio that didn't come across the way you intended. But
I was just trying to show you,
yeah,
so you knew
I got it, it's brilliant, it really was. I'd like you to do it again, but could we video that so we could put it on social? He's not going to do it this time. That was a joke, Freshman.
So, as I say, the flicky of the fingers thing means that the injury is normally not that bad. And let's see if I'm correct. Yeah, he's up on his feet, he's on the move.
All right,
and we are correct. If I was a medical man, as soon as a player hit the deck and flicked their fingers whilst holding their knee, I'm not coming on that pitch. End of.
Stuart Pearce. See, that's what experience gives you, isn't it?
It certainly does.
Stuart Pearce alongside us in the commentary box, and David Moyes, who was the man who brought Stuart in at West Ham United, is on the touchline today, just watching on as Mazraoui walks on towards this near touchline, and Ruben Amorim just consulting with his medical staff. Lenny Yoro has warmed up down the left, and we can eventually get underway again here at Goodison Park. And here is the kick from Onana, up through the middle of the pitch, over the halfway line, and down into the right corner of the field. Xerxes chasing after it. Mikalenko comes across and manages to get the ball out on this near side. Everton have gone from relegation worry to mid-table optimism in a matter of weeks. It shows how quickly things can change in the Premier League, by the way. Leicester City fans might be sort of clinging on to that hope despite the terrible performance of last night. And Manchester United have lost 12 of their last 25 Premier League games. Wow. The most defeats they've suffered in the first 25 matches of a league season since they were relegated in 1973-74. All out of play on the near side. On the halfway line, thrown in by Mikalenko, up towards Beto, who's had a return to form. He's chested that down and then hoisted that up into the air. It's fallen kindly for Jake O'Brien. Out to the right and Lindstrom, then back to O'Brien once again. Started the last 6 games at right back, and it's an interesting sort of situation because David Moyes has overseen a more fluid attacking structure, using Jake O'Brien in that sort of hybrid position where he swings round to make up a 3 to allow Mikalenko to get further down the left touchline to supplement the attack. And there is less predictability about the way they are attacking now. They're stretching defences a little bit more, and that is a worry for goal-shy and defensively vulnerable Manchester United. Ball sent long again into the corner, and this time towards the Manchester United corner flag, and eventually it goes out of play after Beto ran down a blind alley, and it's out for a throw-in. Diogo Dalot forward into midfield. Garner heads it forward. Fernandes to Dorgu. Dorgu comes in from that left-hand side and then back to De Ligt and all the way back to Onana, who's being pressurised by Beto here. Harrison sets off in pursuit of Mazraoui as United look to play out from the back, and then Dalot with a shank from his left foot in the right full-back position. The invited pressure, then a mistake by Casemiro, and Doucouré is on it once again. It's sent wide to Harrison, in towards Beto with a header, and it's a on-target effort after a good cross from the left from Jack Harrison into the arms of Onana. But it all came about from Manchester United being pressed, succumbing to that press rather too easily.
In regard to the game and the shape of the game, I'm always looking out for little signs, and the signs are there. Xerxes give the ball away on 3 occasions now, really cheaply. De Ligt was beaten to the ball in the box where he's favourite to get there first before Beto. Little things like that. If you're Everton, you start fueling the fire, playing at a higher tempo. I'm looking at Manchester United players who are saying slow it down when they get a throw-in, Sam. That tells me that's not Manchester United of old.
6 minutes gone. If you're slowing it down now, then you've got a long afternoon, I'm afraid. Garner plays a percentage ball into the corner, and chasing it is Dorgu and Lindstrom, and Dorgu puts it out for a corner. I mean, that is pretty basic. They just punted the ball into Manchester United's half, and Manchester United made a mistake. Give them a corner.
Well, we've had both wing-backs for United, one slicing the ball back into his own box in Dalot, and Dorgu there, well, it was more difficult to put it out for a corner than it was a throw-in.
Dorgu and Dalot dilly-dallying. Here's the corner over on the far side. We've played 7 minutes. It's 0-0, and the corner to come in from Harrison. It's a deep one to the far post. Tarkowski's trying to get underneath it, but it had to backpedal in order to do so, and he didn't particularly get decent contact on it. Goes behind and away for a goal kick away to our left, and Andre Onana now taking an age to go and get the ball to take the goal kick away to our left. Ruben Amorim said that he was pleased with the training that the team did this week. He has admitted that the tactical framework that he's using at the moment is not particularly suited to his players, but the way he talks, you get the feeling he's trying to lay the ground for next season and beyond. They aren't going down. They can still have a good season in the FA Cup and the Europa League. They have to put all their eggs in that basket. But they've given the ball away again cheaply after the ball was kicked clear by Onana. And now Xerxes, who's been particularly culpable, has given the ball away again. And Everton have it deep inside their own territory. I mean, you've counted already 5 times he's given the ball away.
Well, the only 5 times he's touched it, he's given it to a blue shirt. You can't do that.
Away by De Ligt, up to the halfway line, forward by Ugarte, down by Mazraoui, then to De Ligt once again, who has talked about not playing with confidence and the dangers that comes with that. And Manchester United very much look like a team that aren't playing with much confidence at this moment. Maguire has it in the centre of 3 defenders, plays it out towards the left, and Fernandes, who's just dropped a little bit deeper, back to De Ligt once again at walking pace, will play it towards Fernandes, who then just hoists it forward. He's given it straight to Jake O'Brien, and there's not much sort of precision about the way that Manchester United are trying to construct any attack. In fact, there's not much that they are trying to construct.
No, you've got Xerxes playing as a number 10 and Fernandes playing sort of more on the left-hand side. I would put them the other way round, because Fernandes can cause you more problems in there. He certainly won't give the ball away as much as Xerxes has.
Mykolenko scurrying to the near touchline where the ball has spilled out on this near side. It's a scrappy start to the game. You're listening to TalkSport and the Talk Network. Hibernian leads Celtic by 1-0 in the Scottish Premiership today. And Celtic looking to stretch their lead at the top to 16 points with a victory in that lunchtime kickoff, but they're already behind in that match. They played just 7 minutes there, as we have too. We're up to 9 now, and Jordan Pickford has been allowed to wander into midfield with the ball at his feet, then clip it down the left towards Harrison, and it goes straight out of play and away for a throw in the right full-back position for Manchester United.
What Everton have got to do, Sam, is make sure they don't fall in the trap of playing to the same tempo as Manchester United, because United want to slow the tempo down, permanently give the ball away. When Everton get the ball, they've got to maintain a high tempo of their play and test United and pop the ball in behind United and do all the things that United don't enjoy.
Ben Duckett out for 165 in the 48th over in England's Champions Trophy match against Australia in Lahore in Pakistan. England 322 for 7 with a couple of overs remaining in that game in the Champions Trophy. Ball out of play over on the far side. Højlund chasing it, edged off it by Tarkowski, and the free kick was given against Højlund for being too physical.
That was one of those situations. We spoke before the game, you know, if you're running the 100 metres in 11 seconds, you've got to be on the shoulder of the opposition's defence and on your way. Good ball over the top, but because he's not ready for it, he's had to make up 3 or 4 yards. In the end, Tarkowski's played him with his head there and bought a foul, I think.
Everton have recorded more wins in the last 5 Premier League games than they did in the first 20 games of the season. And they haven't had too much to worry about so far, as 2 players collide in blue over on the far side, but it's Beto who emerges with the ball. De Ligt goes over and commits a foul over on the far side, but the referee, who is Andy Madley, says no foul, and continues. And then Onana tries to play the ball out on the near touchline, and for whatever reason it goes straight out of play, and it's Everton's throw deep inside Manchester United territory. It's been a scrappy start by Manchester United, who look completely off the boil. Here is Mykolenko into Harrison. Harrison trying to turn through the legs of Ugarte. Looking to win the ball is James Garner, a former Manchester United player. Headed forward by Mykolenko, and then Ugarte comes over and tries to intervene. He wants a free kick, he's not going to get, and then the ball bounces off Garner, and he's just a little bit sharper to it. It hit the arm of Maguire, but the referee said it was accidental, and Manchester United just about get it back to Andre Onana, who's on the edge of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, as I say, it did bounce up, it hit Maguire's arm. I think the referee got it right, though.
Here's Beto inside the penalty area, just falling backwards because he had to readjust his position and didn't quite get on the end of a ball from Garner, who prodded it forward. I mean, at the moment, Manchester United look devoid of idea and devoid of confidence. They've given the ball away so much, they've invited so much pressure. Here is Dorgu down the left-hand side into the box, away by Tarkowski. Lindstrom gets hold of it, sends it forward. Garner Gay dispossessed by Ugarte, edge of the area, down to Dorgu, down the left. He's touched it towards the near post, and Højlund was going towards it, but Pickford's made a save with his legs. He's then collided with Højlund, but Everton are escaping at the other end to try and get on the counter-attack, and then Maguire has to come out and stick it into row Z. It's out for a throw-in over on the far side, and Andy Madley just checking on Jordan Pickford just to make sure that he is okay. He's down on one knee at the moment. He felt as if that was a late challenge from Rasmus Højlund as the ball came in from the left-hand side.
Yeah, as I say, Højlund in the right area, and looks as though he just didn't get first contact. Trying to have a look at a replay on that. Yeah, as I say, didn't get first contact on it, and Pickford managed to scoop it away with his left foot. As I say, United are looking very, very nervous, and this game, well, it's one of those games, Sam, that's going to hinge on the first goal and the mental effect it has on either team. It will lift Everton, it will lift Goodison, No doubt about that. United need something to hang on to, because at the moment their players are looking very, very nervous in everything they do.
Well, Manchester United have a problem with scoring goals, so if they were to concede the first one, they'd probably be in a bit of bother. They're just as much of an issue under Amorim as they were under Ten Hag. They created more chances than Tottenham last week and didn't score. They've scored the first half goal just in one of their last 16 matches in all competitions, and that was a penalty. And they haven't troubled Jordan Pickford too much yet. 13.5 minutes gone. You're listening to Talk Sport in the Championship over on Talk Sport 2. Sunderland against Hull is 0-0. Plymouth Cardiff 0-0. Derby Millwall 0-0, and 0-0 in all of the League One and League Two games that are taking place this lunchtime, including the leaders Birmingham away at Reading in League One. Offside flag is up over on the far side, and we have quickly taken free kick. Oh look, Andy Madley said no, you can't take it that quickly. Go back and do it again, and Maguire will have the opportunity to rifle it forward from a little bit further up the pitch.
You look through the ranks of the United team, and if I'm Everton, I'm thinking we've just got to get close to Fernandes, make sure he doesn't get on the ball, get turned and get his head up. Apart from that, I'm not too... it's easy being a neutral, I understand that, but I wouldn't be too worried about what else is going on in and around United's lineup.
Well, there's not enough threats, is there? I mean, OK, last season Hoyland did score quite a few goals really for his age, and he is still a young player and he's developing. I think it's a little bit unfair that so much has been put on his shoulders at the tender age of 22. At that sort of age last year, you know, even... I know that Haaland and Mbappe score a lot of goals, but most players don't develop into their full potential until they're 23, 24, 25. He's been asked to lead the line for Manchester United for 2 years when he's barely just over the age of 20. Ball sent long down the left, looking for Mazraoui, for Harrison, sorry. Mazraoui gets there first. It's played infield to Ugarte and then all the way back to Mazraoui once again. Now is De Ligt on the edge of his own penalty area, running up towards the midway point of the Manchester United half, and then just gave it straight to Jake O'Brien, who turns it over, gives it to Beto, and Everton have it once again. That's kicked out of play by Beto, and it's out for a throw-in over on the far side.
Well, Beto seems to have gone from Ronaldo to Stuart Pearce, really, in his playing ability, I've got to say.
I think you've done yourself a disservice.
Well,
there.
I was looking for someone and didn't want to upset anyone, you know what I mean?
You could have said me.
OK.
I'd have taken it.
Really good opportunity there. Received the ball, no defender up his backside where there should be. They've got three in the back line there. Not one of them come tight on him, and Beto just stroked it out of play.
Yep. It hasn't been a game that would trouble the purists yet. Here is Fernandes, sending it over towards the far side. Good ball out to Dorgu. Dorgu that takes it on, then left-footed with a cross in towards the centre, which actually wasn't a great cross. It was a bit of a miss-hit, really, but it ended up almost catching out Jordan Pickford as a result of that, who caught it well and raced to the edge of his own penalty area, and it remains 0-0.
Yeah, I think if you're Moisey at this moment in time with about 16 minutes gone, I think he'll be thinking his team look a little bit flat physically. I really would. Here is
Idrissa Gana Gueye finding Doucouré on halfway. Now out to Lindstrom, far touchline, cuts infield, gives it to Idrissa Gana Gueye again. Now Jake O'Brien, the tall Irishman, over on the far side, plays it square to Tarkowski. Then out to Mikalenko, tips it round the corner for Garner. Garner gets to the edge of the box, takes the ball down. Well, it looked like he was brought down by Mazraoui. He was certainly curtailed by Casemiro. Referee has allowed play on, and Everton still constructing an attack. VAR will look at that. Ball in towards the near post. Only half clear by Dorgu. Betu's got it now. Sends it back towards the far side, and then it's collected eventually by Tarkowski over the halfway line, sliding it down the right into Lindstrom. They're halfway inside United territory now, and United eventually get it up towards the halfway line into Josh Zirkzee, and then on to Ugarte. Well, there was certainly contact inside the box there, Stuart. Was it enough for a penalty?
No, probably not, but certainly the first contact, and he's come outside the box, regained his footing, and then he's got a semi-contact again. Two of them marginals, I would say. but Everton had full control of the ball. Referee played on.
He did.
And
now they've got full control of it again, and it's 4-on-3 in their favour. And United are struggling to get back because Doucouré's coming forward. He sends Lindstrom a little bit wide. The low cross into the near post. He's stopped and pushed behind by Maguire, who slid into the 6-yard box in front of Beto and nudged it out for a corner. Yeah. Good break.
It was a very good break. I think the ball from Beto out wide to go on, it was probably too wide, if I'm being quite honest with you. And Everton have been slightly guilty of not finding that clinical pass when they've had the opportunity. And I've got to say, we've got a news flash as well on 17 minutes. Zirkzee kept possession of the ball for the first time.
OK, well done to him. Josh Zirkzee, 23 years of age, his 15th start of the campaign. Has not scored in the Premier League since he got 2 against Everton on December the 1st. Here is the corner into the near post, missed by 2 players in the Manchester United defence, including Maguire and Ugarte. It then bounces outside the box, comes through to Beto. He sends it over the top of the goalkeeper, it's in, and Everton have scored. And it's an absolute calamity from the Manchester United defence, who completely haphazardly attempted to clear from the corner, couldn't get it clear. It came back not once but twice, and then Beto was there to become the first player to score in 4 consecutive Premier League games for Everton since Richarlison in 2021. It's 1-0 to Everton, it's Beto, and David Moyes is on the charge again.
Well, if this stands, Beto's gone from Sam Matterface to Ronaldo again. He swapped personalities. Fantastic finish. He's hit it on the turn, left foot into the turf, and then bounced down into the roof of the net. Just having a look. It's tight. We're having a look at the rerun potential where he's onside, and I think, in all honesty, he's way onside. I think it's De Ligt that's just kept him onside, smashed it into the turf and then above Anana.
Well, they're looking at something. I don't know what it is they're looking at. Suggesting there was a foul, or suggesting that there was an offside player in front of Andy, in front of the goalkeeper.
I think they might be looking at Lundstrom, who's had a swing at the ball, whether he hit it and got a touch.
It was in an offside position.
Yeah, I don't think he got a touch on it. I think he's had a swing but not got it.
Yeah, well, they're definitely checking for a possible offside. But does Lindstrom, by attempting to play the ball, yes, put off Mazraoui? That is the question. If Lindstrom attempts to... the other thing is, if he plays the ball onto Beto, is he in an offside position?
Well, that is the question.
So there is no touch from Lindstrom. I think the goal should be allowed here, because I don't think Lindstrom actually he's not in an offside position, Lindstrom. So when he makes the attempt to play the ball, he is in an onside position. So it's not impeding a player from defending it. It's whether or not he gets a touch on it that sends it through to Beto, because Beto would have been in an offside position if Lindstrom gets contact on the ball. But if he doesn't, then it should stand. Referee Andy Madley is being spoken to by the VAR, Matt Donoghue. They haven't decided yet whether or not it is going to be allowed or not. James Tarkowski is going to be called over. I think, I'll be honest, I think they're going to rule it out, because that's why he's called over James Tarkowski. Because he's going to explain why it's got to be ruled out. What's your view?
Well, in the context of a lot of things regarding this game, this is an important decision. United have looked very nervous, and to go a goal down at this stage will hurt them drastically. It'll give Everton that big lift, and so it's an interesting one.
I think they're looking at something else now. They're now looking at the possible foul. They've given it.
Thank goodness for that.
Well, there was so much that they were trying to unpick there, that in the end there didn't seem to be enough to warrant such a long check. It seems that they were looking forensically to try and find something to rule out the goal. Clearly they had an idea in their mind that something was amiss. I must admit, having watched the replay, it was very difficult to understand what possibly could have been an infringement. The truth is that there wasn't one, and it's Everton 1, Manchester United 0.
I think basically they were looking for a cause of death, and it was just natural causes, Sam, as they say. So it's one of those. But I'll tell you what, that's give Everton a massive lift. Beto, especially, great finish by him, and the energy levels and the volume's gone up once again at Goodison.
Well, it was a very, very long VAR check, on which we will get our producer Sal Ahmed, who is very good on the timings, to work out just how long it was. But it is an unnecessary delay, I think. It doesn't help here at Goodison Park that you can't see a monitor properly and understand what exactly is going on with the VAR, because the communication isn't the best. But it was eventually allowed by Matt Donoghue in the VAR booth and confirmed on field by Andy Madley, and Beto now does have what has turned out to be his 8th goal of the season.
Well, what Everton done really well there, Sam, they kept that ball alive in the box, didn't they? They must have won 3 or 4 headers that were up for sharing and kept the ball alive in the box.
Well, and Manchester United did so badly at defending that corner in the first place. Here on the left-hand side is Dorgu, trying to get round the outside of Jake O'Brien, and Manchester United are going to come from behind once again. And bearing in mind scoring goals is not their forte, they've got another big job on their hands. Everton 1, Manchester United 0. Live on TalkSport this afternoon. And wherever you're listening to us on the Talk Network, thank you very much for choosing our service this Saturday lunchtime. We'll take you round the ground with Adrian Durham at 2:30. And we've got live commentary of another big game in the Championship, in the Premier League, a little bit later on today, where we will bring you the match at Portman Road this afternoon between Ipswich and Tottenham on TalkSport 2. Ball up towards the midpoint of the Manchester United half. Beto is fouled by Mazraoui. It's going to be a free kick, no yellow card, despite the protests of some of the Everton fans that are asking for a little bit more away to our left. But it is going to be another set piece. And Manchester United look a shadow of the team that even started the season, let alone the historical Manchester United that would come with a swagger everywhere they went.
I've got to say, Sam, I've not covered United live for a couple of months, and I'm quite shocked how poor they look, if I'm being honest with you.
Here is the free kick to be taken on the near touchline by Harrison, left-footed. He'll arc this one in behind the defence. He sends it towards the far post. It's headed away by Manchester United. Dorgu with a poor clearance, gives it straight to Garnegay. He sends it to halfway, and it's back again to Jordan Pickford. The Everton fans a little bit frustrated. They were hoping that there was going to be a little bit more pressure than that. Up to O'Brien, who tries to head it on, but De Ligt is there. He heads it straight to Lindstrom. Lindstrom, down the right he goes, into the path of O'Brien again. Tries to turn away from Dorgu on the right side of the Manchester United half of the pitch. They're midway inside opposition territory. Everton knitting passes together and looking up to send the ball into Beto. It's a high delivery in towards Beto, who manages to get the ball down, but it's cleared by Mazraoui. There's no one to latch onto the second ball that dropped inside the box for Everton, and it's cleared to halfway, and it remains 1-0 to the home team, who are bossing the match.
They certainly are. They're growing in confidence. You can see that Everton. The flip side of that is United wilting a little bit. The press isn't aggressive, and Everton are enjoying their football.
And the Everton crowd enjoying their football again, which hasn't been a phrase we've been able to utter for a very long time. Ball up towards Beto. He heads it down. Xerxes juggles with it, gives it to Ugarte. They get it up to Fernandes, and then I don't know what Casemiro was attempting to do there, but I think he was trying to find Dorgu over on the far side. They have got it through to Josh Xerxes now, who sends it wide out towards the left. The Manchester United left wing-back Dorgu scurries up to get into an advanced position. Xerxes down in the centre as the ball gets crossed by Dorgu. It's blocked by O'Brien, goes out for a corner.
Yeah, good set-up play there. Xerxes, great ball, I've got to say. Popped it in behind to Dorgu, and he was booted over by Decore. I'm surprised the referees missed that and not pulled him back for a booking.
You're listening to Everton 1, Manchester United 0 on TalkSport with Sky Sports. Don't forget you can stream the biggest Premier League games available with no contract on now, like Villa-Chelsea live today. Search Now Sports. Here's the corner, far side, to be taken by Bruno Fernandes and Manchester United. Right-footed in towards the near post, away by Jared Brandthwaite. and then hooked further clear by Idrissa Gueye. He launched it out towards the near side. It will go out for a throw into Manchester United, just in front of the technical areas down in front of us.
Yeah, you've seen the difference there. Really good ball into a dangerous area in Everton's box, but Branthwaite's header and then cleared the danger. At the other end, United couldn't clear 3 or 4 headers, and all of a sudden it ends up in the back of your net.
United have been drawn with Real Sociedad in the Europa League. That's not an easy tie, even if La Real aren't in the best of form, because Manchester United are not in the best of form.
To be fair, they've got a couple of cup ties. They're still in 2 cups, aren't they, United?
Yeah, they are,
that is the plus. But they've got 2 games, you know. Fulham at home, isn't it?
Fulham at home, not going to be an easy game.
No, they could go either way.
La Real playing in the Anoeta, always a difficult place to go. The first leg of that is away in Spain, and then they have to come back and try and get through to the quarter-finals. Semi-finals could face Rangers if they keep going, and then they will hope to be in the final in Bilbao, although that's a long-off distant dream at the moment. I mean, Ugarte's just whacked into an Everton player on the near side, James Garner, who used to be at Manchester United, might have a point to prove today. And I think Diogo Dalot is complaining that he got something left on him too. Andy Madley keen not to get out his yellow card and decides instead just to try and revive James Garner. Garner now going over to Ugarte and having a quick stern word with him.
Nice touch.
And Ugarte now being pulled across to Madley. Ugarte complaining that Garner was a little bit too gobby. Well, he felt roughed up, didn't he? So he bit back.
Yeah, he certainly is. Late tackle, everyone's okay, waiting to take the free kick now. I think everyone's just used the opportunity to have a little break and a drink.
That VAR delay, by the way, was 3 minutes and 10 seconds to sort out that goal.
I think they're looking for so many things, aren't they? You know, there was 3 or 4 challenges in the air. Are they looking for a free kick there? Then is it a touch by Lundstrom? Then is Beto offside?
Ball cleared upfield by Jordan Pickford, out towards the right. It's back in by Garner, and then he holds on to it well, wins it back for Everton as they come forward again, those blue shirts. An easy ball played in by Harrison to Decore. Easy because it was just so easy to get past the Manchester United midfield. It shouldn't have been. Down the right it goes into Lindstrom. Lindstrom trying to hold off Dorgu. Dorgu wrestles with him, nabs the ball, somehow gets away with not committing a foul. So in response to that, Lindstrom decides a little rugby tackle, which would probably not even be permitted at Twickenham, and the free kick is given to Manchester United, short of the halfway line, wide on the left.
I've got to say, Sam, if I was United, I would dispense with probably this 3 at the back. I'm not sure it's helpful. They're up against Beto on his own. Neither of the 3 are going really tight on Beto when they should be doing so, and letting the number superiority show. And probably Garnacho coming on. Xerxes really disappointed me.
So explain to me why you do it. Why would you have 3 at the back, knowing that you're only playing against 1 striker? What's the benefit of it?
Well, I think sometimes from a playing out at the back point of view, I always think it's easier to play out with a 3 than it is probably the 2, dropping a midfield player in there potentially. But that might be one side of it. A numbers, when you're conceding goals, a numbers scenario, so you're turning that 3 to a 5 very quickly. But at the moment, yeah, I'm not seeing the benefits of it. I'm really not.
Because by having 3 at the back, you're sacrificing a number further up the field, right?
Exactly that. You know, you can bring Garnacho on probably and take one of your central defenders off.
Here's Decore in the middle of the Everton midfield. Plays it wide, and then Beto is going in behind down the right-hand side. He's got Harrison waiting in the centre. It's Harrison now inside the box. Tiptoes round, shoots, save, comes back to Decore. It's in, it's 2-0. Onana lost the ball as he pushed it into the sky. Decore then came and pounced and nodded it beyond him before he could catch it. It's another defensive mishap from Manchester United and another goal for Everton. They lead by 2 goals to 0. Decore is on the score sheet and Manchester United are having a meltdown.
Well, they done exactly what you should be doing, what I said earlier United should be doing. These front two of United, especially Højlund, whenever the ball's picked up, you've got to be herring in behind. Everton done exactly that, albeit Maguire was so slow on the turn. Ball in behind, Beto's gone, Decore's gone, and once again, when that ball's there for sharing, Everton and a blue shirt is coming out on top.
Beto down the right-hand side, into Harrison, went round Maguire. It was pushed into the air by Anana, who couldn't get back up quick enough. No defender came and helped him out. No one came and rushed to his aid. The ball dropped out of the sky. Decore wanted it more and put it beyond him.
Yeah, exactly that. You worded it brilliantly. When that ball's up in the air, you think the danger's gone, Sam. Anana's made the save, well done to him. But I tell you what, when the ball's up, there's only one person going to get the head on that.
Well, David Moyes celebrates. Everton supporters celebrate. This could be a golden afternoon for them. They could have as many as they want here. I mean, Manchester United are terrible. Absolutely terrible. They're giving it away again on this near side. And I tell you what, I'll give another prediction for you. A Manchester United player is going to get sent off today because you can see the frustration already creeping into them. And it'll be Ugarte or Dalot.
I'm going to make a statement. Not a Manchester United player's not going to get near enough to an Everton player to get sent off. Have some of that back.
Oh dear. Everton lead by 2-0. You're listening to Talk Sport. And well, listen, I think we all thought that it would be Everton's day because of the recent form that they have shown and the lack of it that Manchester United have shown. But the sheer beigeness of the performance by Manchester United is incredibly troubling. I mean, the good news is, I suppose, for Ruben Amorim, is that they're so badly run in a financial sense, they probably haven't got the money to fire him again and start again with a new manager, so he probably will get the time. And when you speak to people at the football club, I think a lot of this is down to the fact that he believes he's got the summer to rebuild this team. But crikey, this is a period of difficulty, and in any other season, as we wait for James Garner to have treatment down in front of us because he's been knocked off the ball by Dalot a little bit too aggressively, if this was any other season, they'd be banging trouble, Stuart Pearce. They would be absolutely right in the mix to go down.
No, you're absolutely spot on there. I've got to say, this performance is a performance of a team that have got nailed on relegation written over them. I've got to say, because I've not seen them live for a good few months now, I'm quite shocked by the level of performance, Sam. I really am by them. The confidence within the group, players giving the ball away, no press at the front of the team, no aggression within the team. It really is a poor performance.
Let me just read you the statistics for what is 35 minutes of Premier League football. In an attacking sense, Everton, expected goals 1.41. Expected goals from Manchester United, 0. Now, usually at this stage, you'd have, even if you weren't playing particularly well, you might get 0.1, 0.2, 0. Shots, 0. Shots on target, obviously 0. Shots inside the box, 0. Big chances, 0. Woodwork, 0. Offsides, 0. Touches inside the opposition box, 3. I mean, this team are getting worse, not better.
Yeah, and as I say, they've got the best part of 10 minutes probably till half-time, and they've got to get a goal or get something to give them a lift, to be honest with you, before half-time. And wow-wee. Well,
they've just had a corner, and they've contrived to give it away on the edge of the penalty area. They were lucky to get it back because there was a slip, but even Bruno Fernandes there made a little mistake as he slipped to return the ball to Dorgu. The referee's call of goal was checked and confirmed by VAR, according to the match centre on the Premier League PGMO site. There was no offside offence committed by either Lindstrom or Beto. I think we could sort of see that from the replay that we got, but that is quite a useful thing that they communicate that and put that on the big screen, I think. Here is Mazraoui running into trouble, almost giving the ball away to Decore on the halfway line. Adrissa Gane slides in as Casemiro sends it out towards the far side. On to Højlund it goes. Doesn't quite reach him. O'Brien gets there first, manages to nudge it out and put it away for a throw-in over on the far side. Oh, they've given it away again. Here's Lindstrom now, travelling down the touchline, runs into Fernandes and gives it back. Ugarte in the centre of midfield. Everton lead by 2-0. And this is Casemiro, immediately engaged by an energetic Everton press. The ball runs into the box, goes past Højlund into the arms of Jordan Pickford, and they'll clear it away. This is TalkSport, and we're live at Goodison Park, where Everton, who haven't really had to work too hard, Stuart, to get a 2-goal lead.
No, they haven't. As I said to you, I thought they were a little bit flat energy level-wise early in the game, but they've certainly done enough competing for the ball, that type of thing, to get their nose in front, and they've taken their chances extremely well.
It's currently Everton 2, Manchester United 0. The latest odds are available on Betfair, the official betting partner of TalkSport's Premier League coverage, where right now you can get Everton to win the game at 8-1, on Manchester United at 20-1 to come back and win. The draw is 7-1. That's all thanks to Betfair paying out winning bets on the 90-minute market with a 90-minute guarantee. Terms and conditions apply. 18+ begambleaware.org. They've raced away with a counter-attack here, and Ghana has delivered the ball into the box from the left-hand side. It's cleared away by Mazraoui, won by Ghana after Højlund initially took it off of Gay, ran to halfway, and Everton just win it back. But again, win it back with ease.
Exactly that, with ease. Højlund's taken a touch, you think, well done, you've got out of one challenge, and he's got no perception of someone's going to come from behind him and just take the ball off his toe.
It's the lack of awareness. Lovely touch by Lindstrom into Ghana, who charges forward down the inside right channel, finds Beto inside the box, tries to get it out of his speed, takes on 3 Manchester United players, beats them all, sends it back to the edge of the area. It's whipped in by Lindstrom, it's over the top of the crossbar.
Yeah, as I say, fortunately for United there, Everton couldn't find the pass. Beto got it in the box, he's gone past 2, couldn't find the shooting angle, and Lindstrom's got to do better with his cross. Yeah,
Lindstrom picking it up on the edge of the penalty area. Look, 2-0 is a great scoreline for Everton, but if you're David Moyes, I think you're sitting there thinking to yourself now, we should kill these off now, while we've got them.
100%. It's that put the game to bed. The third goal with no reply before half-time would certainly do that, but the game changes.
They're giving it away again, Manchester United, and it's Everton on the charge with Lindstrom. This time Casemiro stands in his way and just about gets the tackle in. But the turnovers of possession have just been multiple. The sloppiness from Manchester United in possession has been rather embarrassing, really. And I think when Ruben Amorim comes to speak to us after the game, I'd be surprised if he's got much hair left on his head, because I'm sure he's pulling it out.
Yeah, he'll cut a figure of someone very, very frustrated. Even some of the basics like competing for the ball, headers, stuff like that, or even, you know, I counted the first 5 touches of Xerxes. He gave the ball away too cheaply. You can't do that. Not when your team need a break at the back, when things are not going well. Those front 2 for United have got to hold the ball up slightly better, and Xerxes being the biggest culprit.
4 minutes to go before half-time. Fernandes into Xerxes, and then back to Fernandes again. A square ball towards halfway, and Mazraoui, who joins the attack now. Dalot wide on the touchline, on the right-hand side. Moves it in to Mazraoui, who's being harassed by Harrison. Eventually lands it into the path of Casemiro, and Manchester United look to continue their attack. 2-0 Everton lead, and goals from Beto and Doucouré have put Everton firmly in the driving seat at Goodison Park. Won by Casemiro, back to Maguire, and then it's all the way back to Dorgu, and then he's challenged by Lindstrom over on the far touchline, and it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United, just about a yard in from the left touchline, in front of the Bullens Road stand, where the Manchester United fans are probably thinking, how long before we can get out of here?
Yeah, as I say, from the stands as they've been set over decades, they must be absolutely shell-shocked, if we are.
Here's the corner in towards the near post. This is Højlund's head. He then tries to retrieve it after Mikalenko with a half clearance, gets it out of the box. It runs to the left, and Højlund once again. Then on to Ugarte. Ugarte will strike from distance, is miles wide, and Pickford knew it was going wide, which is why he left it, and it's out for a goal kick away to our right. It's Everton 2, Manchester United 0 on TalkSport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Enterprise has 450 branches with all the vehicles your business needs.
Yeah, Everton's game plan now is to get themselves over the line, keep a clean sheet before half-time. Moyes will be absolutely delighted with his scoreline, no doubt. I don't think they've been as good as they were against Liverpool, or as energetic, but it's certainly been enough today to get their nose in front.
And this is quite damning for Manchester United, really. They haven't had to be as good as they were against Liverpool. haven't had to be anywhere near that good in order to get a 2-goal lead. Given away by Xerxes again, inside Everton territory. It's a poor ball. It wasn't the most difficult of balls infield towards Højlund, but he managed to fudge it up.
Listen, I don't want to be down on this kid. He's a professional footballer, but I've got to say today, if he comes out for the second half, I'll be astounded.
The thing is that he has matches where he is like this, and he does give away a lot of possession. He doesn't hold the ball up, whatever. And then there's other matches where you see him and you can see what type of player he is, but he's so inconsistent. And I think that's sort of fair to say about Manchester United as a whole. In fact, what's worrying is that they've become consistently bad more than anything else. That those bouts of sort of positivity have sort of disappeared. Here is Tarkowski over on the far side. Again, it was pressure that was invited by Manchester United giving the ball away. It goes back to Pickford just inside the area. Xerxes sort of half-heartedly closes him down. It runs to O'Brien and now Doucouré. It's too easy to play around Manchester United for Everton.
It is. They're absolutely enjoying their football. There's no press at all. When certain Everton players should be in trouble, United have let them out, let them off the hook.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it looks half-hearted. Everything about it looks half-hearted. I'm watching Højlund run now as Doucouré just drops deep, picks the ball up. I'll have it again. Thank you very much. I'm on the halfway line. I'm strutting here. I'll play it into Ghana. There's no one around him. He goes to the other side. O'Brien, and then Ghana goes into the middle of the park to get the return ball, and no one goes with him. They can go in any direction they want at the moment, Everton. They're just keeping the ball for fun here.
Exactly. As I say, it's a half-hearted press. It's a half-hearted chase.
It's a half-hearted performance. Ball up towards Doucouré. Challenge puts it out for a throw-in on the near side. There's going to be 6 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, and that's largely because of that 3-minute, 10-second VAR check. And there was another incident involving Jordan Pickford when there was a delay of, I think, 42 seconds when Pickford... was Pickford down, or it was Tarkowski who was down? Down in front of us. Anyway, there was a delay because of an injury. It was Ghana who had to have treatment, didn't he? And then Mazraoui too had a few problems.
Well, if it was Pickford down in front of us, he'd have been on the left wing.
He's in, surely!
Don't want to be picky at all,
I won't say where that comes from. Here is Xerxes charging forward, looking to push the ball into the path of Ugarte. It's headed back towards the goalkeeper by Lindstrom, and it's an easy claim for Jordan Pickford. And you're listening to Talk Sport, and it must be so frustrating for the Manchester United supporters to watch, because they follow their team brilliantly across the continent, really. And you go to Old Trafford, they're always there. They stay largely to the end as well. 70,000 people turn up every single week, and many of them travel away from home too. But they've seen their team win failed to score in 10 of the last 25 games. I mean, that's just unheard of. Here is Højlund down the left, getting into the box now, looking to try and feed Dorgu wide on the left-hand side. Gives it back to Casemiro. Now Ugarte under pressure, and they've won it again. And then I think Maguire had hands on Beto. The referees allowed that to continue, but Doucouré won it, then sent it forward, and there was a massive problem for Manchester United if Everton had got away. Here is Dalot on the right-hand side, into the box, and Ugarte comes back out to Dalot near side, then to the edge of the area. Casemiro into the box, away by Branthwaite, and it goes out for a corner on this near side right at the end of the first half. England set Australia 352 in Lahore in cricket's Champions Trophy. Ben Duckett, the star, 165 he hit today, and then must admit, when we were watching that innings come towards a close, there was a little bit of concern from our producer Sal that England weren't going to get anywhere near 300. And if Australia pull it off, it will be a record chase. Here's Xerxes inside the penalty area, trying to get on the end of a corner kick from the near side, but Fernandez's delivery meant that he had to stretch outside the 6-yard box to try and get it back on target. He couldn't do so.
Yeah, I think at half-time for me, Amorim, it's one of those, you've got to flatten out to a 4. I know he prefers this system and he's trying to make this system work. At the moment, it isn't working. Flatten out to a 4, get Garnacho on one width at least. get Fernandes into a central area where he can be more effective in tying things together. He's without doubt United's best player. Whether he's showing it today or not, who knows, Sam?
Have they sort of done that now? I mean, I'm looking at them, the way they're sort of lining up now. Are they almost sort of gone into a 4, or is that just because Dalot likes to wander into midfield?
No, I just think they've just wandered in that respect, you know what I mean?
It'd be interesting to see whether or not he does that in the second half, because as you say, he doesn't really like to. Here's Casemiro teasing it down the left. Dorgu trying to get beyond Jake O'Brien. Went down on the edge of the penalty area, and it's going to be a yellow card for Jake O'Brien and a free kick to Manchester United wide on the left.
Yeah, amateurish play there by O'Brien. The ball was played inside him. It was as though he didn't know he had Dorgu going on the outside of him. He should have been, well, there weren't much in it, but the bottom line is he's still got slightly in front of him, and if they go down, the referee's going to give it. And they've got a great opportunity here. Fernandes on the left-hand side. For me, you hit that with violence and make sure it kills inside the far post, and if anyone gets a touch, all well and good.
Well, Bruno Fernandes standing over. It could be a pivotal moment in the game here, because if Manchester United were to drag one back before half-time, make a couple of changes at the break and reinvigorate themselves, it could be a different game in the second half. Here's Fernandes in towards the near post, headed away by Garner, right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Fernandes tosses it back after scurrying to halfway to retrieve it. Dorgu's got hold of it far side. It looks as if he took it out of play, but the referee said no, he didn't, and then he managed to hold on to it well enough to poke it back into Ugarte, and United retained possession. We've played nearly 4 of the 6 added at the end of the first half. It's still 2-0 to Everton here on Talk Sport. Ball sent long down the left channel, away by Branthwaite, won by Garner Gay in midfield, not once but twice. Now Corre's got it, and he's picked it up, and he's run with energy forward up over the halfway line, plays it against Casemiro, wins the throw on the far side. He didn't have too many options in support of him there as he broke, so he knew he had to keep possession, and he did that by running into Casemiro, playing it off the Brazilian and winning the throw.
Yeah, I think Everton's where they need to be a bit stronger. When they do break on occasion, don't let United off the hook, because United are like frightened kittens in front of them. They really are. And you've just got to push it and make it an athletic chase beyond Casemiro and see how it opens up.
Mykolenko back towards the Pickford. It was a little bit spicy, that ball, but he managed to deal with it, and then it's